What a beautiful way to begin a valedictory functions. Thank you, dear Balram and team. I now request Swamiji to please address the gathering.
Posso estar descansando? Enlightened Guruji, Vice Chancellor, Eminências, Precious Shishas. Parabéns por esta extraordinária obra global que é o S-VYASA, repleto de sábios, e pelos seus 50 anos. Sinto-me aqui também em minha casa. Parabéns também por este 26º INCOFYRA.
Congratulations for this extraordinary global work that is S-VYASA, filled with sages, and for its 50 years. I feel that this is also my home. Congratulations likewise on this 26th INCOFYRA.
Neste mundo, por vezes tão sombrio, sempre à beira de guerras, é privilégio estar aqui entre vós neste paraíso.
In this world, at times so dark, always on the brink of war, it is a delight to be here in this paradise.
Privilege. Nós queremos pedir aos responsáveis cientistas que deixem de investigar os segredos da criação para depois melhor se poder matar e destruir a grande obra. Descubram antes como repor a vida ou até mesmo como recriá-la.
We want to ask the responsible scientists to stop researching the secrets of creation so that it is easier to kill and destroy the great work. Instead, find how to restore life or even recreate life.
Vejamos como se faz aqui no S-VYASA. Ensinam-nos o verdadeiro yoga da Índia, que leva ao samadhi e pelo caminho reforça a saúde. Ensina-nos também como, num planeta que estamos a tornar doente, como repor a saúde e ainda a incrementar a energia vital prânica. O S-VYASA é hoje um conjunto de ilhas de luz dourada que ilumina todos os continentes, fazendo com que a sabedoria da Satya Yuga atenue a Kali Yuga.
Let's look now at what happens at S-VYASA. Here is taught the true yoga of Bharata that leads to Samadhi through the path that reinforces health. It is also taught how to restore health in a planet that we are making sick, and also how to increase the vital pranic energy. S-VYASA is today a set of golden islands of golden light that illuminates all the continents, allowing the wisdom of Satya Yuga to lessen the Kali Yuga.
Shishas. Ontem todos assistimos aqui à extraordinária representação no programa cultural e à vibrante e tocante interpretação de Lord Krishna. Foi fantástico e a todos nos tocou profundamente e todos aplaudiram de pé longamente, não foi?
Shishya, yesterday we all witnessed the extraordinary production on the cultural program and the vibrant and touching interpretation of Lord Krishna. It was amazing. We were all deeply touched and we all gave a standing ovation, right?
Mas o que venho aqui dizer é que não precisam de vir a ser bailarinos para interpretarem Lord Krishna.
But what I come here to tell you is that you don't have to be dancers to interpret Lord Krishna.
Pois todos vós têm um pouco de Krishna no vosso interior, nos vossos samskaras, nos vossos ideais e que tenham também nos vossos propósitos e nas vossas ações.
As all of you have a bit of Krishna within you, in your samskara and in your ideals, and also should have it in your purpose and actions.
Há uns dias, num brilhante e fortíssimo discurso de vosso querido guru, Subramania, ele contou como o Swami Vivekananda relembrava a brilhante história de Bharata, repleta de grandes devas e de magníficos heróis, e como seria fundamental voltar a essa era dourada.
In the past days, in a brilliant speech of your dear Guru Subramania, he told how Swami Vivekananda recalled your extraordinary history, filled with deva and heroes, and how fundamental it would be to return to it.
Pois neste momento sombrio do planeta humano, nesta encruzilhada que pode ser mortal, os valores têm que ser dados a todo o mundo. Os valores de Bharata que nos ensinam wisdom, light, life, love and peace. Então que cada um de vós seja um Lord Krishna e salve o mundo.
As in this bleak moment, all of the human planet is at this potentially deadly crossroads. The values of Bharata must be given to the whole world because we all want them, wisdom, light, love and peace. Let each one of you be Lord Krishna and save the world.
Não sejam mais assistentes, comodamente assentados ou levantados a aplaudir. Transformam-se nos heróis de agora e deixem que as futuras gerações vos aplaudam a vós de pé.
Stop being spectators, comfortably applauding, and transform into the heroes of now. And let it be the future generations who give you a standing ovation.
Por exemplo, a mestra Chandra Shakti Devi dirige o grupo Pashupati, que também recria a vossa preciosa história, mas só com yoga, com asana, etc. Mais modestamente, é claro. Precisamos de levar o yoga a todos e despertar o sábio herói que há em cada um.
For example, Mestra Chandra Shakti Devi directs the Pashupati group and also reenacts your precious history, but only with asana of yoga, a bit more modestly. We need to take yoga to all and awaken the wise hero in each one of you.
Elejam Shri 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 Narendra Modi, poderoso yogi para a presidência do planeta Terra, numas Nações Unidas remodeladas, para que haja um só povo que se ame entre si, num planeta saudável e com um futuro eterno.
And elect Shri 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 Narendra Modi, a powerful yogi, to the presidency of planet Earth, in a remodeled United Nations, so that there is only one people that loves each other in a healthy planet with an eternal future.
Tenham, pois, coragem e deixem despertar o Krishna vivo que vos grita dentro de vocês.
Have courage. Allow the live Krishna that shouts within you to bloom.
E tornem o dia 21 de junho num Worldwide Holiday.
And transform the 21st of June in a worldwide holiday.
E exijam que se pare de matar as vacas, pois elas são todas sagradas.
And demand that all cows stop being killed as they are all sacred.
Vou terminar.
Sadhguruji is now going to finish.
Uma vez, creio que em 2012, logo depois da Cimeira de Bengaluru, na televisão de Karnataka, afirmei e reafirmo hoje: Bengaluru is the golden city of the Bharata. Continuem, pois, a adorá-la com as vossas altas e nobres ações.
Once, I believe it was in 2012, just after the Bengaluru summit, On the television of Karnataka, I titled Bengaluru as the golden city of Bharata, and I stand by it today. Keep on filling it with the light of your noble and high actions.
Long life to Guruji. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you so much. Now we move on to an MOU to be signed between Portuguese Yoga Confederation and S-VYASA. I now invite the team from Portuguese Yoga Confederation and our Honorable Guruji, Honorable Vice Chancellor and Registrar. You can have the exchange of the MOU. Great round of applause. Our S-VYASA deemed to be university with its global identity and widespread reach. We are extending our branches further to Portugal. So now we have yet another MOU signed between Portuguese Yoga Confederation and S-VYASA. Dignitaries, kindly be seated. As a protocol, we have our conference theme song to be played now. As mentioned earlier, every day we start our day with the conference theme song composed by Sri Acharya Ramchandra Bhatt ji and set into tune by Dr. Ramya, Assistant Professor.
स्वास्थ्येन समायुक्तास्ते निरामयत्वे परमं निदानं योगो हि विश्वे जनताहिताय वेगातीताः तेन वृणाङ्किताश्च चिकित्सिताः ताश्च सुयोगतस्ते ताश्चात्र समायुतास्ते ताश्चात्र स्वास्थ्येन समायुतास्ते क्रीडा कदाचिदेव नानानिमित्तेन विघातिताः योगीयतन्त्रा च चिकित्सिताः ते प्रपेदिरे स्वास्थ्यमुदारशक्तिम् ताश्चात्र समायुतास्ते ताश्चात्र स्वास्थ्येन समायुतास्ते ताश्चात्र स्वास्थ्येन समायुतास्ते वपुर्मनुष्यस्य विघातितुं स्यात् आधिश्च व्याधिर्हि दिनस्य वात अपाय दूरीकृतः योगोऽपि चात्रास्ति महान् ताश्चात्र स्वास्थ्येन स्वास्थ्येन समायुतास्ते विधान्यत्र प्रयोगरीत्या प्रमाणतश्चापि तन्त्रयुक्त्या सत्यापितं स्वास्थ्यविधानमेतत् समृद्धिशान्ति च जग समायुतास्ते समायुतास्ते सुस्वागतं स्वागतं सुस्वागतं विश्वजनीयवृन्दे भवन्त एवात्र विशेषमान्याः निरामय सर्वजना भवन्तु स्वास्थ्येन समायुतास्ते पाश्चात्र स्वास्थ्येन समायुतास्ते पाश्चात्र स्वास्थ्येन समायुतास्ते योगाच शक्ति घातं विघाताश्च त्रयोन्ति लोकात् हार्देनं भावे सर्वे शुभं विदध्यात् सर्वशुभं विदध्यात्
Once again, thanks to Professor Ramchandra Acharya and Dr. Ramya. May INCOFYRA bestow all auspicious upon all of us. May I now respectfully request all the honorable dignitaries and esteemed guests to kindly proceed to the dais as we formally commence the valedictory function of the 26th INCOFYRA. I request our Guruji, Shri A. Mahesh Kumar Reddy, Dr. Pratima Murthy, Professor Ganeshan Kannabiran, Shri Shri Dr. B.N. Gangadhar, Professor Sadbir Singh Khalsa, Mr. Digan Ranjan Das, Professor Ramachandra G. Bhatt, Dr. N.K. Manjunath, Professor Subramaniam G, and Professor Soni Kumari onto the dais. Dr. Dayanand Swami, Dr. B.R. Ramakrishna, It is especially meaningful that we gather today at the onset of Uttarayana, the sacred northern solstice, when the sun begins its northward journey. From tomorrow onward, the days grow longer, symbolizing the triumph of light over darkness, clarity over confusion, and wisdom over ignorance. In many ways, this mirrors the very journey of yoga and the collective inquiry we have undertaken through INCOFYRA 2025. In the sacred spirit of light and awakening, may we now begin this valedictory ceremony by invoking the divine presence. I invite Dr. Arundhati, Assistant Professor, to lead us in the invocation prayer with the Saraswati Vandana, seeking blessings for wisdom, harmony, and the right unfolding of this session.
सर्वाहिनी ज्ञानदायिनी अम्ब विमलमतिरे अम्ब विमलमतिरे साहसशील हृदय में संयम सत्य स्नेह का भर दे, स्वाभिमान भर दे। हे हंस वाहिनी ज्ञानदायिनी, अम्ब विमलमति दे, अम्ब विमलमति दे। लव कुश ध्रुव प्रहलाद, सीता सावित्री दुर्गा माँ, फिर घर घर भर दे। हे हंस वाहिनी ज्ञानदायिनी, अम्ब विमलमति दे, विमलमति दे, अम्ब विमलमति दे। Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Arundhati, for grounding us in the stillness and reverence as we begin this valedictory journey. It's now my honor to invite the academic and administrative torchbearer of this esteemed institution, a visionary who constantly bridges tradition with research and global relevance. May I now request Dr. Manjunath N.K., Vice Chancellor of S-VYASA deemed to be University, to deliver the welcome address.
Namaste to everyone. I still remember 18th evening when we started this whole journey. And the time has passed so fast that we have completed 3 days, including the inaugural day of 4 days of exceptional journey of intellectual feast. Any program has to come to its end, but probably the valedictory program at the closing ceremony always marks several of those new journeys which probably would have got initiated during this process of such events like a conference. We are here for the concluding session of the 26th International Conference on Frontiers in Yoga Research and Applications. It's my pleasure welcoming all the dignitaries assembled over the dais. Also at the same time, we do have so many luminaries and dignitaries of the dais. It's always a privilege welcoming all those people who came as delegates, but even several of them are dignitaries themselves. So it's our privilege having an institution of this kind where people believe that we have to be here irrespective of the roles what we have as part of any such conglomeration. For today's event, let me start with the person who is responsible for all of us to be here, that is our Pujya Guruji. As I was mentioning in the inaugural address, that many people create vision. Some of them actualize it, while very few of them make it a possibility not for a near future, but people can pave their path taking this vision for the next probably 100 to 200 years. What Guruji has created is something of that order, and we are so proud to have our own Pujya Guruji, who has created Vyasa group of institutions, and including this S-VYASA Yoga University, now which has taken its ramifications into several fields, including engineering, management, commerce, as well as allied health sciences. Guruji, my privilege welcoming you for today's valedictory program. We have with us Shri A. Mahesh Kumar Ji, Mahesh Kumar Reddy Ji. Mahesh Kumar Reddy Ji is the Chairman and Managing Director of AMR Group of Industries. We always find people who accomplish in several ways. They also take responsibilities. And our Mahesh Kumar Ji is one such individual who has taken a responsibility of a transformative India. He is responsible not just in the field of infrastructure, mining, etc., but also bringing and uplifting institutions which are into academics on one side, research on the other side, healthcare on the third side. So it's our proud privilege having AMR Group of Institutions Chairman, our own Mahesh Kumar Reddy ji, being here for today's valedictory program. I welcome you wholeheartedly. So it's also in a different way. We have the full NIMHANS here. So we have the former director of NIMHANS and present director of NIMHANS. And along with that, there is another speciality present here. The psychiatry of NIMHANS is here. Madam, our own Dr. Pratima Murthy, the director of NIMHANS, who with a very short notice, with the kind of love what she has to Guruji and Nagaratna Didi, agreed to be here for this closing ceremony. I mean, you talk of addiction, you talk of psychiatry and applications, and taking it from India to World Health Organization to several other international bodies. And one of the strongest female representative of psychiatry this country has produced. It's my privilege, madam, welcoming you to today's valedictory function. If every institution is really doing their work very well, there is one organization which is really facilitating, helping them. I don't call them regulating them, but they are true facilitators and the people who guide us. We have with us Professor Ganeshan Kannabiran, who is the Director of National Assessment and Accreditation Council, Bengaluru. Always administrators look at only administration, but if there is an individual who comes with a spiritual background and then bring in spiritual administration to conventional administration, making that experience of administration for every institution which gets associated and accredited with NAC, giving that fantastic experience is our Professor Ganeshan Kannabiraman, who is the director of this institution, NAC. We all proudly write NAC A+ accredited institution, right? So there are people behind us who always guide in us achieving that, not because as a privileged people, but to live up to that expectation, because society looks at those titles what NAC gives us and believe NAC and believe the institution. So thank you very much for being a guiding spirit for us. We have with us, as I mentioned, the former director of NIMHANS, the former chairman of National Medical Commission, a legendary yoga researcher, a psychiatrist par excellence, the most humble and simple human being I have seen, our own Dr. B.N. Gangadhar sir. I was just sharing, Gangadhar sir, that like there are few people without whom our conferences are not complete. So Gangadhar sir was supposed to be here for the inaugural ceremony. So for some reason he couldn't make it, and sir, now it is complete. Thank you very much for being here. We have several other people. One of them is a legendary yoga researcher from United States of America, representing that place which every medical professional would like to go touch and come once in their life, which is Harvard Medical School, which is our own beloved Professor Satbir Singh Khalsa. We had very special moments during this conference, and one such special moment is celebration of the birthday of Satbir Singh Khalsa ji just a day before. Again is the commitment. Commitment to an institution, commitment to the discipline of yoga, commitment to yoga research, which brings people together. And here is a committed person. No matter what happens, wherever there is a place where yoga research has to be communicated, yoga research has to be spoken, and you have to really bring the global perspectives of yoga onto one platform, Dr. Satbir Khalsa does it for us time and again. Like Dr. Gangadhar, both of them, Dr. Satbir Khalsa in particular, has missed only one INCOFYRA out of 26 INCOFYRAs. This is his track record. Welcome you, Dr. Khalsa. We have with us Mr. Digant Ranjan Das. I was inviting Digantji to be there for the valedictory program, and he has a very nice smile on his face and body movement. No, Manjunathji, I will be there in front, no problem. Okay, that is Digantji, a pracharak, somebody who has dedicated his life for transforming lives across the world. He represents this country outside India, particularly North America, Europe, and African countries. And he also has taken Indian knowledge, Indian culture to several schools across the world, and he is an implementer. He believes in actually making things happen. And he is also our alumni. He has done masters from S-VYASA University some time back. And he has also done, he is doing his doctoral program, PhD, from our own Vivekananda Yoga University, which is based in California. Welcome you, Digantji. We have our family here, S-VYASA family. Family is very big, right? So such senior people who have been there with the institution for so long. I cannot count who has spent more time compared to the other people, because each one of them have contributed in such an exceptional way. Our Chancellor, K. Subramaniam ji, Bhishma Pitamaha is what we call him. Eldest person in the campus, 86 year young. Okay? But if he talks, his energy shakes the whole campus. If he talks, his energy shakes the campus. There is a big competition for shaking the energy of the campus, somebody next to him, which is Dr. B.R. Ramakrishna, who is the pro-chancellor of this university. I told him, our valedictory function will not be complete without you telling Bharat Mata Ki Jai in the end. You will hear to his voice and sound, and I am sure whoever is doing anything, they will forget for a minute, they will not be knowing, they will do Jai. So that is Ramakrishna sir for us. Welcome you, sir. There is one person who is very special today on the stage, a family member, once again. Somebody who stands behind anything in this institution, who stood with Guruji, 40 plus years. He came here and he wanted to become old, but Guruji and yoga never made him become old. That is our Dayanandji, who is the secretary of S-VYASA Society. He is the director of finance and administration at S-VYASA. He is the one, if you really want to get back to Ramayana, okay? So Ramayana and Rama achieved everything because of one Hanuman. And if there is one that Hanuman who put the first brick and motivated everyone to build the next bricks and created a Setu, that is our Dayanandji in this institution. And that means we have a Rama sitting in the center for all of us. We have with us Professor Shivshankar Saiji, the Pro-Vice Chancellor of the university, deeply rooted in spirituality, coming from the background of Satya Sai spiritual culture. He has served along with several other people, Satya Sai Baba, and he comes from Satya Sai University, and equally he has taken S-VYASA University as his not second home, but along with Satya Sai, his first home, and he has served here as a registrar, serving here as the Pro-Vice Chancellor. Amazing human being to have. Welcome you, sir. We also have with us our own Ramachandra Bhattji. Every day morning, each one of you have been witnessing the havans which are going on. Many of you got lots of blessings. And if there is one person who gives that spiritual guidance, if there is an Asthana Acharya of an institution, it is Ramchandra Bhattji for us. Ramchandra Bhattji has created Gurukulas in this country. He guides several of those government agencies in this country. He guides everything to do with spirituality in the world. And he is certainly an Acharya, not just for the activities what we do, but for giving that true spiritual guidance for each one of us. It's our privilege having such eminent people with us, guiding all through. Welcome you, Ramchandra Bhattji. We also have our registrar, Dr. Soni Kumari, who comes from Bihar School of Yoga tradition, and we have converted her totally into S-VYASA tradition on a lighter note. Because S-VYASA believes in bringing or combining the best of the East with the best of the West. So we do take the traditional knowledge from all schools of yoga in this country, and we bring in scientific validation, scientific approach to its applications. So that's how we have Dr. Soni Kumari, who is our registrar. Welcome you. We have the conference report presentation next. I don't take much time. I thought it's my proud privilege introducing and welcoming all the people on the stage. We had a fantastic 3.5 days of journey. So many speakers were here. I was mentioning earlier that each one of those speakers, probably they were fitting into a plenary keynote session. You know, in any conference, you cannot have all the sessions as keynote sessions. We name them as keynotes, plenary, etc. But you don't believe what yoga and yoga research can make to individuals. We have such people who came here. They contributed not just in one session, but across the conference. Such person, I always admire, and I always feel that no yoga conference is complete without that person is once again naming Satbir Khalsa ji. And we have been taking some feedbacks, okay, like how was the food, how was the cultural program, how are the sessions, etc. There was only one answer: extraordinary. Okay? So there would always be some limitations in any conference, any event. So it's my responsibility, like if there is any fantastic experiences you had from this conference. The credit goes to this fantastic team what I have in this institution and the guiding spirit what we have on top. If there are any lapses, I am responsible. Please guide us, please let us know if there are any limitations you have gone through. We would like to correct them when you come next time to Prashanti Kutiram. Once again, I welcome all those speakers who have participated in this conference, delegates who have come from across the country and across the world, all the faculty members of S-VYASA University, students, and each and everyone participating in this valedictory program. A warm welcome to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Generally, welcome addresses are always welcome addresses, but yours is as always a curious one, making us keep guessing who is this person. I now have immense pleasure in welcoming Dr. N.K. Manjunath, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of this university, without whom this conference will never move forward. Conference will happen, but it will never move forward because he is our silent, shining shadow. Thank you so much, sir. We now move forward. Every conference leaves behind a footprint of ideas exchanged, collaborations born, and young researchers encouraged. To present a comprehensive report on INCOFYRA 2025, I invite Professor Ramesh M.N., Director of Anveshna, S-VYASA.
Good afternoon, all. Before I start presenting the conference report, we have a small video, brief video on the conference. Thank you. Welcome once again. I'll be presenting a very brief report. A more detailed one will be presented in the form of souvenir shortly. The 26th International Conference on Frontiers in Yoga Research and its Application started on the 18th of December, and we are here in the valedictory function on the 21st of December 2025. The theme of this INCOFYRA was Yoga as a Rehabilitation Medicine, Plasticity, Performance, and Resilience. The pre-conference workshop events were held between 12th and 17th of December. As a part of the 26th INCOFYRA, a comprehensive series of pre-conference workshops and events were organized to strengthen academic capacity, experiential learning, research, competence, and yogic excellence. The pre-conference events were inaugurated on the 12th of December 2025. The inaugural address were delivered by Chief Guest Dr. Ashwini Godbole, Dr. Advait Kulkarni, and this was followed by inspiring message from Professor K. Subramaniam, the Chancellor of S-VYASA, and our Guruji, Dr. H.R. Nagendra, President of S-VYASA, in the august presence of senior officers and faculty of S-VYASA. The pre-conference events included continuing medical education, continuing yoga education, and continuing research education. As a part of continuing medical education, academic and experiential platform to examine integrative approaches for managing chronic diseases, disability, and long-term functional recovery were provided. Totally 60 participants attended the continuing medical education pre-conference workshop. In continuing yoga education emphasized a Panchakosha-based framework systematically addressing the physical, pranic, mental, intellectual, and bliss dimensions of human existence. There were totally 23 participants who attended the CYE. In continuing research education, we conducted workshops to enhance research literacy, methodological rigor, and interdisciplinary integration in yoga and integrative health sciences. There were a total of 35 participants who attended the CRE. There was also, as a part of the pre-conference workshops, there was also a competition, the Himalaya Yoga Olympiad. Himalaya Yoga Olympiad is a prestigious yogic event that is envisioned to promote excellence in yoga practice. It had national and international segments. The national segment witnessed 240 participants from 13 Indian states, assessed by 24 qualified jury members across 7 age categories with separate male and female divisions, ensuring inclusiveness and standardized evaluation. Whereas the international segment included 12 participants from 12 countries, reinforcing yoga's global relevance. The pre-conference workshop witnessed a total of altogether 271 participants. Coming to the main conference, the inaugural ceremony of the 26th INCOFYRA was held on 18th December. The occasion was doubly significant as it coincided with the Golden Jubilee celebration of S-VYASA, highlighting its pioneering contribution to global yoga research and education. One of the major highlights during the inaugural ceremony was the release of a booklet named Rehab Chronicle, which is a compendium of yoga rehabilitation research done by S-VYASA from 1985 up till 2025. Along with scientific sessions, the conference also comprised of spiritual and recreational sessions. Each day of the conference began by performing Homa and a brief spiritual session called Maitri Milan that set a spiritual tone for the day. The scientific sessions included 3 plenary sessions, 10 symposias, and 2 panel discussions. Like I just mentioned, I will not be going into the details of each of the sessions for the want of time. The plenary sessions presented a unified and evidence-driven vision of yoga as a multi-dimensional rehabilitation medicine, moving beyond its role as a complementary therapy. Emphasis was placed on understanding that chronic and neurological conditions such as stroke, cardiovascular disease, cancer, chronic pain, metabolic disorders, neurodegeneration, involving dysfunction across physical, autonomic, emotional, cognitive, and existential domains. The symposia sessions explored integrative, patient-centered rehabilitation frameworks that combined yoga, Ayurveda, physiotherapy, neuroscience, behavioral science, and also emerging technologies. A major theme was the transition from disease-centric and impairment-focused model to holistic approaches emphasizing long-term recovery, resilience, and quality of life. Discussions covered integrative rehabilitation across cardiac, pulmonary, neurological, metabolic, musculoskeletal, and mental health conditions. The panel discussions focused on integration of yoga into neurorehabilitation and cardiac rehabilitation, emphasizing the need for holistic, scalable, and evidence-based model to address the growing burden of chronic non-communicable diseases. The Panchakosha-based integrative yoga framework was discussed as a practical clinical model capable of simultaneously addressing structural recovery, autonomic regulation, emotional stability, cognitive clarity, and psychological resilience. The poster presentations featured 116 posters, and we also had 13 oral presentations reflecting a wide spectrum of research in yoga, rehabilitation, integrative medicine, neuroscience, physiology, psychology, and allied health sciences. The session provided a dynamic platform for early career researchers, postgraduate scholars, and faculty to present experimental, clinical, and traditional research. And this INCOFYRA, we also had a special technical track, an ideathon. The theme of the ideathon was AI for neurorehabilitation. It showcased innovative student-driven technological solutions addressing challenges in rehabilitation, assistive technologies, and healthcare monitoring. 15 teams presented AI-based concepts and prototypes focusing on disease monitoring, therapy support, assistive communication, and caregiver assistance for neurological conditions. The recreational programs of INCOFYRA 2025 formed a vibrant and integral dimension of conference, seamlessly complementing the scientific deliberation with India's rich artistic, cultural, spiritual heritage. Spanning from 12th December 2025 to until 20th December, this program transformed the campus of S-VYASA into a dynamic space of artistic expression, reflection, and collective celebration. The programs were curated by different schools of the university, presented a diverse spectrum of Indian classical, folk, and thematic performances. These included dance dramas inspired by the Krishna Leela and the Mahabharata, explorations of Navarasas, regional folk tradition, classical music, and thematic presentations such as Bharatiya Ras and the Four Yugas. So this concludes the conference report. Now I would request my colleague Dr. Vijaya Majumdar to please announce the results of the poster and oral presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So under the oral presentations, we have 3 winners. The first prize goes to Dr. Prabhakar Tiwari. The title of his presentation was Yoga Improves Cognitive Function and Restores Gut Microbial Balance in Alzheimer's Disease. The second prize goes to Dr. Lakshmi Nishita Jasti. Her title stands out as Pilot Feasibility Testing of a Tele-Delivered Yoga Therapy Program for Patients with Generalized Anxiety Disorder. The third winner is Dr. Shri Prasad Shetty, and the title of the talk was Effect of Chair Yoga on Glycemic Profile and Insulin Resistance in Diabetic Individuals with Musculoskeletal Pain in Randomized Controlled Trial. Under poster presentations, again we have 3 winners. The first prize goes to Avni Venugopal. The title stands out as Effect of Yogic Breath Regulation on Cardiorespiratory Coherence and Auditory Reaction Time in Collegiate Athletes, a randomized controlled trial. The second prize winner is Maya Rani Sinan, and the title is Yoga in Pain and Migraine Management, Integrative Evidence from Clinical Outcomes, Biochemical Pathways and Neuroplasticity. The third prize winner is Sri Kritika Pon Srinivasan. Title of a talk is Effectiveness of Yoga-Induced Modulation of Cancer Stem Cells in Oncology Rehabilitation. We also have winners of Ideathon, which was conducted 19th of December. The team which stands out as the winner is Handify AI, and the members are Dheeraj Rathod, Kumari Shrishti, Le Shah, Pushkarni M. The second winner is Heal Tech, comprised of Sai Shrija, Ananya Chavan, Leelavati V, Padma Surya V. And the third prize goes to Shira AI, S. Kamal, Dev Mavania, Bhagyashri S. and Avnish. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ramesh and Dr. Vijaya, for a comprehensive report and the prize announcements. I request all the prize winners to collect your certificates from the scientific desk.
Yeah, please come forward. Whoever is present in the auditorium, they can come and collect the award. We have the certificates. If they are not present, they can collect it from the scientific office or it can be sent them through email. Anyone's there? She is the third prize winner for effectiveness of yoga-induced modulation of cancer stem cells. Ji, please come. She is the first prize winner for poster presentation. Title is Effect of Yogic Breath Regulation in Cardiac Auditory Reaction Time. We have also Mr. Karthik, who will be receiving on behalf of Dr. Shiv Shetty. To have the Ideathon winner team here. And good name, Pushkar. Pushkar, he is there to receive the award.
Congratulations winners and all the participants, because it was not a very small show. We received close to 250 posters and we had 116 presented here, and your winners. Congratulations to the entire team. INCOFYRA's vision is strengthened by the guidance of its senior leadership. We now have a video message from Shri Satish Gupta, Vice President of S-VYASA University. May I have his intro slide? He is the founder and long-serving leader of SB International, transforming it into a global supplier of prime steel pipes and tubing for oil and gas markets. He is a recipient of multiple business and entrepreneurship awards from the Dallas community, the trustee of Southwestern Medical Foundation, founder of the Gupta Agarwal Charitable Foundation, supporting education, public health, medical research, and healthcare access for underserved population. May we have his video message?
Focus on rehabilitation. This need to be researched extensively greater worldwide acceptance. VASA has already done a lot of work on this. VASA to assist them in this process to take this yoga state as well as to Canada and European countries. We have taken the first step on the effort and have assisted in connecting and signing the MOU with Parker University, the largest chiropractor university in the world, based in Dallas, Texas. With 5,000 plus students, they are commencing the first yoga certificate course from January 2026, and more courses and research work will commence going forward very shortly toward the end of 26 and early 2027. We have also reactivated Dallas VASA chapter as well as the US chapter by organizing multiple yoga programs as well as Guruji spiritual activities here in Dallas and going forward in USA. I'd like to thank every one of them and wishing you all the best for the organizer as well as the participant who has come from all over the world to attend this INCOFYRA in Bangalore. Very much and wish you all the best.
S-VYASA extends its thanks to Sri Satish Gupta for being a tool in taking yoga globally. A conference may conclude, but its thoughts must endure. We now proceed to the release of the 26th INCOFYRA souvenir, a compilation that captures the intellectual and experiential essence of this landmark conference. I now request our dignitaries to kindly release the 26th INCOFYRA souvenir. Message, but before the message, I would love to introduce this person to you. He is Mr. Erkin Beck, business leader, meditation specialist, and meditation researcher. He's a business leader who founded the Geneva-based organization All Here to establish meditation as a scientifically grounded and observable practice. All Here conducts advanced meditation research in collaboration with leading institutions using neurotechnology to study silent mind and quantified meditation and their physiological effects. The organization has developed a mixed reality immersive meditation platform using various techniques. And in 2023, Erkin founded the World Meditation League to unite meditators and scientists, advance research, and promote meditation as a discipline sport. It is a privilege, it's a pride for me to mention that along with Erkin Beck, All Here Foundation, S-VYASA, and other major collaborators, EPFL, which is the Swiss Institute of Technology, and University of Geneva, all these four institutions together are collaborating for a bigger project where technology integrates meditation and it bridges the ancient practices with modern scientific and neural mechanism. A big round of applause. It's a pride moment for S-VYASA to be part of these four world-famous organizations. Now let's have the video message from Mr. Erkin Beck.
It's a pioneering movement to professionalize meditation as a mainstream occupation, because together we can popularize the benefits of meditation to global audiences.
Nowadays, we have the modern world filled with technology companies that are fighting to steal your attention. There's a competition to take your mind and everybody's mind, and that causes a lot of problems. And in fact, it becomes not an attention economy, but a distraction economy. So we need to go back and regain the self-capital. I want to partner up with the academic institution that studies yogi meditation and yogic practices, and we started to really capture understanding what is going on.
Meditation changes the brain's atoms of thought in real time. Your mind is constantly jumping from one thought to the other in separate steps lasting around 100 milliseconds. However, if you are in a deep meditative state, what we observe is that this jumping stops. Your mind wandering goes away. On the other hand, brain areas in the back of your head that are responsible for the regulation of your attention are heavily increasing.
It is a discipline of the highest order, is to be able to train your mind. So you remember how K1 in Japan came out some years ago when they created structure and rules for external fighting. We know about F1, about moving cars. We know about UFC, Ultimate Fighting Championship. But now we have QM3, the new and the first very special sport of the mind. Meditation allows us to see what the meditation practitioners are actually doing. It is not just people that are sitting and there's nothing going on. It's one of the most dynamic disciplines that exist on earth. Now, meditation should become a professional sport, and thanks to understanding the reduction of mind wandering, we can determine a winner without moving, winning without moving. And I invite everybody to participate in this meditation challenge.
Welcome to Switzerland for the inaugural Geneva Meditation Challenge. This is where science and technology meets the quest for the silent mind.
This was mind-blowing. To see everybody meditating like this in real time, it's unprecedented.
This is so exciting. Will meditation work in front of a live audience with live commentary? We're about to find out.
Around us lying in the alpha territory, focusing on a single object. Come storming up that leaderboard, closing the gap.
What is amazing is that Hisami is, after nearly 16 minutes, still able to go in this very, very deep state.
What a finish.
This is a very important moment in the history. Join us in building this new world, the world of internal dynamics. And we're creating this new sport is through which we want to bring the world attention towards this importance of the stability of the mind. This is where meditation, science, and technology come together. Join us. And perhaps someday people might even vie to achieve perhaps even a world record in this ability of stability and silence. The silence. It is really something to strive for.
Big round of applause. It's getting to know how universe blends things at the right place at the right time. Today being Uttarayana, we commenced a valedictory function, and today being World Meditation Day, we are also commencing a new challenge where we try to meditate with science and technology. Once again, a big round of applause because S-VYASA is part of this big collaboration. I now take privilege in introducing Mr. Digan Ranjan Das. He hails from Odisha, a trained engineer from Veer Surendra Sai University of Technology, became a Pracharak in 2006, currently serves at the International Center for Cultural Studies, Boston, promoting yoga and ancient knowledge traditions globally. As mentioned earlier, he's a certified yoga instructor, a postgraduate, and currently doing his doctoral in Aron Vayu at California. I welcome you, sir, to address the gathering.
Namaste, Hari Om. We're really glad to be here in a concluding ceremony, valedictory function of an institution which was envisioned by none other than Swami Vivekananda. The name of the institution starts with Swamiji, and it draws its inspiration from Swamiji. We heard Professor Subramanian giving the history of it. Swami Vivekananda swam and sat in the rock for 3 days, meditating on the future of the country and the future of the world. And in his vision, he saw a better world. And he saw this land of spirituality leading it. And his vision is that this country, this land of rishis, meditators, will lead the world through education, science, and service. Swamiji met Tata, the senior. On his name, we have the Tata Institute, the Indian Institute of Science, and he told him, we need science in this country. We need steel, we need manufacturing. It has spirituality, we need material prosperity also. A combination of both can be a balance. A hungry person, you cannot teach spirituality. First, they need food. He told, for next 50 years, let us leave all the gods and goddesses in the closet. Let there be only one God who is uneducated, a person who is sick, who doesn't have food, and teach them, serve them, take care of them. Next 50 years you do that. He was a drashta, he was a visionary. When he mentioned this, 50 years after that, India got independence. That's not a coincidence. He was probably able to see what is coming. In the centenary year when Swamiji's 150 years was happening, Ramakrishna Vedanta Society and Ramakrishna Mission, all the Swamijis assembled in Chicago. We happened to be there. Soumitra Gokhaleji, many of us know, he is the global coordinator of the Sangha activity around the world. Him and me were there in the gathering. One of the Swamiji said that Swami Vivekananda had a lot to contribute to the freedom of India. In the break, we met the Swamiji and asked, Swamiji, can you just clarify? Swami Vivekananda left his body in 1902. India got independence in 1947. How did he contribute to India's independence? Swamiji's answer was phenomenal. He said, just think what was the message of Swami Vivekananda. His first message was, first characteristics of spirituality is fearlessness, nirvayata. And look at the hundreds and thousands of people who went against the British oppression, the oppressive regime that was there, and they would go to the gallows, they go to given like in a phasi, and Bhagavad Gita in their hand. When the jailer would think that he will be sad, mad, depressed, they were going, Bhagat Singh, Rajguru and all of them, right? And they would tell the jailer, don't worry, I'm coming back to take care of you guys, to bring freedom to this country. I will be born again here and work for bringing back the freedom. Not only the freedom, also spirituality. Swamiji is right in front of us. Long time before the International Yoga Day started, he met our own Narendra Modi ji and told him about his work. And the first year when he became the Prime Minister of this country, he brought in this International Yoga Day. And phenomenally, 170 plus countries signed the declaration of International Yoga Day. And we see it going on and on. Sri Guruji Golwalkar, who was the head of Sangh that time, he realized that to commemorate Swamiji's 100 years of birth centenary, we need to establish something over there in the same place where he meditated, and he released none other than our own Eknath Ranadeji. And he started the mission over there. And after that rock memorial and Swamiji's thing got done, he said Swamiji was not for making statues, not making for all these big grand rituals. He was there to serve the humanity. So he started this mission wherein thousands and thousands of young boys and girls would go, learn yoga, learn service orientation, go to nooks and corners of the country and the world and serve. Our beloved Guruji got inspired, and he is driving that force right from there. Took up education. Yoga needs to be proven to the world as a science. Whatever it needs to prove it, we'll do it. And we see in this conference that is happening. Hundreds of papers, presentations, and everything we saw there. The name our center is there, Sheshadriji, H.V. Sheshadri. He was another person instrumental in guiding all this. Talking about the problems the world is grappling, coming to the new things. We wanted and we were promised that globalization will bring peace, harmony, prosperity to all. And all we see in the world is malnutrition, mental health problem, global recession, conflict between the countries, wars, and devastation. And if we look for the solution, where would the solution come from? And we don't have to go too far. Our own sage Patanjali has given in his Mahavakya, or given his Mahavrata, yamas and yamas. Yamas, the 5 things, if you remember: ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha. Non-violence, not hurting others, telling the truth. Even if it is not suiting everybody, tell the truth. Character, values, and non-stealing and non-accumulating. Every single thing of these 5 is being broken. I come from the US, I don't have to tell, liars are there all over the world. They talk things which are not true. Character, we cannot vouch. But if we think, just take the 2, ahimsa, aparigraha. 2 major problems of the world, the violence and the lack of things. We need not accumulate things that we do not need, aparigraha. All these 5 things are the solutions. Sri Krishna says, samattam yoga uchyate. Balance is the key. Balance in lifestyle, balance in food, balance in everything, including balance in finding health solutions. Yoga, Ayurveda, naturopathy, think about it, an integration of that, harmony of that, that's what the institution that we are here has been promoting for last 50 years. Samattam yoga uchyate. Sri Krishna says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya cha diskritam dharma samstapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. I come here for 3 reasons, Sri Krishna says, to bring in the values, the truth, honesty, integrity, name it, dharma. Sadhu, good things should be nourished, negativity should go away, dharma should get established. Dharma and yoga, these 2 can save the world. Society that is living a dharmic values, people who pursue dharmic path can provide the solution. A personal transformation to the social transformation can happen through this. I will end with one nara, one slogan. I will say yoga, say he. You can all say hoga. it can happen through yoga. All right? Yoga se hi. Yoga se hi. Yoga se hi. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Shri Digantranjan Das ji, for highlighting Swamiji's words and also mentioning yoga as a cultural and civilizational bridge. We now move on to our next address. Quality, accreditation and academic integrity are pillars of higher education. So now let me take privilege in introducing the so-called pillar. We have with us Professor Ganeshan Kannabiran, Director of NAC, Bengaluru, a distinguished educationist and academic administrator with over 30 years of experience in higher education, served in key leadership roles including professor at NIT Tiruchirappalli and founding director of IIT Andhra Pradesh. He holds a PhD in information systems, multiple postgraduate qualifications. It was really too much for us to mention because he had so many postgraduate qualifications and prestigious international fellowships. Currently serves as the director of NAC, driving quality, assurance and accreditation in Indian higher education. We are very privileged to have you here, sir. We invite you to address the gathering.
Good evening to all of you. The most respected Guruji, Madam Nagaratna ji, distinguished guests on the dais, distinguished speakers of the conference, participants, particularly from overseas. I'm indeed very happy to be part of this valedictory program. And when I saw the performance of the Portuguese team on yoga, and I was really, astonished, and I'm thanking and appreciating S-VYASA for taking the yoga to the global, scene. And of course, we also get a lot of inspiration and support from S-VYASA. When we started looking at institutional accreditation, the S-VYASA, of course, Guruji and his team helped us to develop a manual for institutional accreditation. Of course, S-VYASA University was the first university to get accredited under the institutional accreditation framework. The other universities got accredited, and again we took the support of S-VYASA for that. And we have started a new journey wherein we are going to accredit programs in yoga. And I remember in the previous conference, 25th conference, that we announced that we will do yoga program accreditation. And over the last 1.5 years that we have taken several steps under the guidance of Guruji. Of course, the help from Professor Manjunath. We are almost ready with 4 manuals now. The yoga bachelor's degree in yoga, master's degree in yoga, both in arts form and the science form. And we are currently working on the BNYS manual for undergraduate degree. So the 5 manuals or frameworks will be launched soon. Obviously, we will have S-VYASA team present on the occasion, and the Honorable Minister will be launching this probably in the month of January. We are not going to stop there. We are looking at the other formats of yoga programs, possibly the master degree programs in yoga, both online and physical mode. And S-VYASA University, the Vivekananda University in the US, which is offering the master's degree in yoga, will be the first program, international program that we are likely to accredit. In addition to that, we are looking at the diploma programs and certificate programs around the world. And India being the origin of yoga, and university like S-VYASA being here, we thought with their help that we will look at developing frameworks both for diploma programs as well as certificate programs. And we will be the agency to accredit around the world. And in this context, there are a lot of international experts here, participating in the conference and, attending the conference. We will reach out to you once we are ready with the frameworks, and with your help, we will be able to accredit such programs around the world. And I'm very grateful for the invitation, and I wish that this conference goes versions after versions and contribute to the, the advances in yoga and its applications. I wish you all the best, particularly the overseas participants who have come here to India to attend this conference. Wish you all a happy, safe journey, and we will stay connected. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a moment of happiness and contentment for us. We are looking forward for the manuals of yoga programs, more accreditations, and more especially the manuals for yoga and naturopathy medicine, because that is the largest population of delegates sitting here. I want all the BNY students out there to give a big round of applause. We're going to get a manual from NAC. Thank you so much, sir. Let me now take the privilege in introducing somebody who can be looked for as an inspiration, a persona to be admired for her contributions. Dr. Pratima Murthy, Director and Senior Professor of Psychiatry at NIMHANS. Dr. Pratima Murthy is a leading psychiatrist and director at NIMHANS Bengaluru with expertise in addiction psychiatry, tobacco cessation, and integrated mental physical health care. She has a strong research profile with over 176 PubMed publications, H-index of 40, and multiple international fellowships. Her work has significantly influenced policy, clinical practice, and public health programs in mental health and substance use disorders. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Namaskara. Greetings to Guruji and all the dignitaries on the dais, everyone who's seated in front. Dr. Manjunath said that, the conference started on the 18th, and he doesn't know how it's already the end of the conference. And that reminds me of, I'm sure Einstein will turn in his grave if I say it's like the theory of relativity. When you are finding something very monotonous and boring, a minute seems like an hour. But when you're doing something you really enjoy, 3 days goes away like a minute. So I'm sure it's been a very enjoyable conference to all of you, for all of you. First of all, I wanted ourselves, I think we should give a hand to this. It's not common in a valedictory program to have the hall full. Everybody's usually looking, audience here, so congratulations to all of you. I must take a moment also to congratulate the organizers of the conference. It's a mouthful, INCOFYRA, for, this is the 26th. You've already had the Silver Jubilee Conference, and you're going into the next phase of this conference. And of course, 50 years of S-VYASA. I think that's again, sir, a very, very, very important milestone, and hearty congratulations. I work at NIMHANS, which is an institute for mental health and neurosciences. And incidentally, our motto is Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. It can't get clear between S-VYASA and NIMHANS because we share common philosophies, we share common approaches. And one of the things that we do at NIMHANS is to find the empirical evidence for any kind of intervention. And that's why there are many colleagues from NIMHANS who are here today, from the Department of Integrative Medicine, which looks at looking at the science and technology behind yoga and to integrate it with the other kinds of interventions that we have. I'm sure this conference was a veritable feast for all of you. I saw the various kinds of discussions that have been there, and I also combination of science, culture, spirituality, and bringing everybody together. And I think that's something that was mentioned by our Portuguese delegate about how the world is in disorder and how there is so much conflict everywhere. So for happiness, I think health is very, very critical, as is humanity and habit. And I think yoga, other ways of meditation are very, very important to bring together that kind of equanimity that we all need, that kind of tolerance that we all need in this world. In the words of Mahatma Gandhi, all of us have to be the change we wish to see in the world. So I'm sure, going forward, all of us will be inspired a world order which is based on peace. Our Prime Minister talks about one nation, one health. And gradually, I think, we need to look at one planet, one health. That all of us together must not only look after ourselves, but look at the entire environment around us. On this note, I'd like to wish you all a very happy new year going ahead, and lots of learning and coming together in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was really impressive. Every word of your address was an inspiration. Feels like a lot of serotonin and dopamine flowing through. Thank you so much, ma'am. Should I even, I don't know whether should I even introduce the next speaker for the day, because we are not able to visualize our next speaker as a guest. You're more S-VYASian than all of us. I now welcome Professor Satbir Kalsa ji to address the gathering. But as a protocol, he is a corresponding member of the Faculty of Medicine, Harvard Medical School, and Director of Research.
Thank you very much. Respected Guruji, dignitaries, fellow yogis and yoginis. I began my research career, I've been a research scientist for 40 years, but I was not able to start yoga research until 24 years ago. But the first thing that I wanted to do when I was able to start doing yoga research was to attend a yoga research conference in India. So in 2001, I was here at Prashanti Kutiram attending the research conference here. Now the value of a research conference is for research scientists and research trainees, graduate students, undergraduate students to interact with each other, to share information, to share new ideas, to develop new research collaborations, and to develop lifelong friendships. And these are the kinds of exchanges that, yes, they take place on the stage with the presentations, but they mostly take place over dinner, over breakfast, over taking a walk together, speaking with each other, informally getting to know each other. That's where the magic happens in a yoga research conference. And over the years, I have to say that INCOFYRA has not disappointed. It has been very successful in that development of interactions, collaborations, and moving the field of yoga research forward. And I can speak to this with personal experience. On that very first conference, one of the people that I met was Dr. Ramesh Bijlani. Dr. Bijlani was the chair of physiology at the respected AIMS in New Delhi. One of the earlier generation of leading yoga researchers. And that meeting spawned and grew into a lifelong collaboration and friendship and colleague. And I would also like to then take the opportunity to share with you something that has just occurred a couple of days ago. This was in New Delhi, the traditional practices conference held by the WHO. And one of the awards that was given was the PM Yoga Award. So if we can play that video.
Ramesh Bijlani, physician and medical science with ancient yogic wisdom, health education, and worldwide.
So congratulations to Dr. Bijlani, of course, but congratulations to S-VYASA and INCOFYRA, because he was a regular attendee and a regular presenter here. So I think indirectly we can also take credit for this distinguishing positive in the field of yoga research. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. We are indirectly definitely taking that credits. Thank you so much. When sometimes in S-VYASA we utter the word Sanskrit, we have somebody popping up in front of us. Professor Ramachandra Ji Bhatt, Vice President of S-VYASA Society and Director of VMAC VTR. He's a senior academician and administrator associated with S-VYASA. He has made significant contribution to higher education, academic governance, and promotion of yoga-based education and research. He had held key roles in S-VYASA, and his work reflects a strong commitment to integrating Indian knowledge systems with modern academic frameworks. And definitely to mention again, he's a composer of our conference song. So I invite you to address the gathering.
सर्वेभ्यश्च सर्वाभ्यश्च नमो नमः. INCOFYRA 26. Its main central theme, it is Niramayatvam. Niramayatvam. So, based on that concept of rehabilitation, just now I composed a Sanskrit song. I want all of you to come with me. You can sing that song composed in Sanskrit, because now the message must go to every nook and corner of the world. What is that message? Sarvesham swasthyam, sarvesham niramayatvam, sarvesham adhi vyadhi rahita sukha shanti samriddhi. On that, making this point at the central theme, this poetry is composed. See, just now I sing, later on you can decide. Niramaya santu suyoginaste, Niramaya santu suyoginaste, Niramaya santu suyaginaste, Niramaya santu suyaginaste, Niramayaschastu samastalokaha, Niramayaschastu samastalokaha, Swasthyam samesham jagatas sadasyat, Swasthyam samesham jagatas sadasyat. Actually you can dance, but I don't disturb this sabhamantapam. So that, can you song? Just you follow me. Niramaya santu, Niramaya santu suyoginaste, Niramaya santu suyoginaste, Niramaya santu suyoginaste, Niramaya santu suyaginaste. Can you follow? Niramaya santu, Niramaya santu you can say. Niramaya santu, follow? Niramaya santu, loudly. Niramaya, still loudly. Niramaya, Niramaya santu. Swasthyam samesham, Swasthyam samesha, Jagatas sadasyat, Jagatas sada. Swasthyam samesham, Jagatas sadasyat, Jagatas. Swasthyam samesham, Jagatas sadasyat. Still more loudly, we are now in hundreds. Swasthyam samesham, Jagatas sadasyat. Swasthyam samesham, Jagatas sadasyat. Swasthyam samesham, Jagatas sadasyat. Swasthyam samesham, Jagatas sadasyat. Jagatas sadasyat. Jagatas sadasyat. Sarvebhyah vandanani abhinandanani. Om swasti.
Thank you so much, Acharya ji. If at all there were any sleeping souls, I think all of you are awakened now. Moving on, let me take the same tagline used by your Honorable Vice Chancellor, that without him, this conference is incomplete. I now introduce Dr. B. N. Gangadhar, former Director of NIMHANS, He's an eminent psychiatrist and academic leader, former director of NIMHANS and president of MARB and NMC, pioneer in integrating yoga with psychiatry and neuroscience for mental health care, renowned researcher with 400 plus publications, major national and international collaborations, with a recipient of Padma Shri in 2020. It's a privilege for us to have you here, sir. I request you to address the gathering.
Most revered Guruji, Dr. Nagendra ji, distinguished dignitaries on the dais, erudite scholars in the audience. It gives me immense pleasure to be associated with this conference. Perhaps this is the first conference I might have missed in the first few days in the last 25 occasions, for various personal reasons though. Is a means to search for the truth. The whys, the hows, the whats, etc. of yoga is being pursued in this great university, perhaps one of the biggest university dedicated to yoga in the world. This achievement has happened with the tireless efforts of all the faculties under the visionary and directions of Dr. Nagendra ji. I am sure pursuing the scientific path, investigating into yoga will bring more and more discoveries, more and more truths which will help the humanities, as Dr. Ramchandra Bhatt mentioned, Niramayastvam, to keep all of us healthy, healthier and healthiest. It appears that last year the UN has declared 21st of December as the World Meditation Day. So it happened that we are observing the second World Meditation Day today. I wonder why yoga and meditation has to be separated. There is no meditation without yoga and vice versa. Nonetheless, we remember meditation as an important concept that will bring our minds up into transcendence. And I think it is appropriate that UN has accorded recognition to the meditation. I thank the organizers for inviting me to this valedictory function, and I wish all the participants the very best. Also, heartiest congratulations to those who received various prizes and awards on this scientific occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for those words of encouragement. Let me introduce a visionary leader to all of you, Shri A. Mahesh Kumar Reddy, Chairman and Managing Director, AMR, a major Indian infrastructure conglomerate, strong expertise across mining, irrigation, civil construction and large-scale development projects nationwide. He's a significant contributor to nation building and infrastructure growth through impactful projects, and he is actively committed to social responsibility and public welfare, honored with Champions of Change Award 2024. We welcome you, sir, and we request you to address the gathering.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and good evening, students. Good evening, Guruji, and respect people sitting on the dais. Today, I'm very happy moment for me. The first time I'm sitting with rich, big people and elders, learned a lot. I met Guruji about a couple of months back and spent valuable time of mine and never spent such time with any such important person. I learned a lot from him. And today, the vision what he have is the most important thing for everyone in life. That's what I learned from him. Because nowadays, everybody is busy in their own business and their own job, whatever they are doing in the life. But we all are missing one thing about our health and most important on the family. If we spend little time on the yoga, It's what I learned from him. Your quality of life will be very good. Because nowadays the children is spending most of the time on social media and the phones. They're forgetting about the culture, they're forgetting about the family, the bonding. So I think, according to me, what I learned from our Guruji is that only solution for all this is the yoga. That's what I can speak. All elders spoke much about this. That's what I want to communicate to you all and the children. Wish you all the best. And thanks for giving me the opportunity to sit next to them and speak here for a few words. Thank you very much, Guruji.
Thank you so much, sir. It is indeed our privilege to have you in our campus. We are heading toward the presidential address. And again, a person who does not need an introduction, he is a globally known person, our own Guruji. I think I will repeat the sentence which I used for the inauguration. He is the lens through which we, S-VYASA, see the world. I request our Guruji to kindly give the presidential address.
Dear brothers, my dear brothers and sisters, it's such a great delight to have our extended Vyasa S-VYASA family of top researchers, experts, Swamijis, and all others in this 50th year celebrations of our Vyasa in this 26th INCOFYRA International Conference on Frontiers in Yoga Research and Application. Every alternate year, the frontier areas of the applications of yoga has to be brought to the fore to bring and spread the message of research that has been undergone over the last 2 years to the people at large. I know whether it is Dr. Gangadhar or whether Sadhbirji or the Thomas or many others who have done wonderful work on various dimensions, whether it's in the brain region or whether it's in the psychiatric region or in the dealing with NCDs and to promote positive health. Our people have been working incessantly over years, and we have our alumni spread all over the world to spread this message of the holistic vision of yoga as propounded by Swami Vivekananda. He said, what is to be done is to combine the best of the West with the best of the East. Best of the West is to bring science, technology, and the related research. And the best of the East is our holistic vision, the knowledge base of the whole creation. To say that it is not only the physical world that we see in the entirety of creation, but we have 4 more layers. The physical world, made of the electromagnetic field and the quantum field, is encompassed by 4 more fields. The field of the bioplasmic energy, we have the astral energy, then we have the intellectual or the information field, and the bliss field. All these fields are in continual interaction to make this entire creation. And that holistic vision given in our Upanishads, in our Uttara Mimamsa, has to be brought into action. And beyond this creation, which is ever changing, which is called as Jagat, Jagatyan Jagat, as it is said, is that which goes on changing and changing its creation, and is governed by the trifold law of Srishti, Sthiti, and Laya, that is creation, sustenance, and destruction. And it is the job of the Vishnu to maintain balance, and it is the work of Brahma, the creative entity, to create continuously newer and newer dimensions, and when it gets decayed, destroy the whole thing. That's the trifold law of this entire creation. And that which does not change is beyond. That is our original pure consciousness, a state of absolute perfection, which is featured by infinite energy, infinite bliss, infinite knowledge, infinite freedom. And that's what we all are. So Swami Vivekananda heralded that grand vision, saying that each soul is potentially divine. And therefore, what is the goal of life? It is not merely the health or the economic prosperity, the defense superstity, all these things are needed, but it is to manifest that divinity in its totality, freedom, power, bliss, knowledge, and that's what yoga offers. And he codified and expanded the vision of yoga into 4 main streams: Jnana Yoga, Raja Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga. The path of intellect to go beyond the intellect, path of willpower of Raja Yoga of Patanjali to go beyond the willpower to reach the Samadhi and 8 types of Samadhi and reach the Kaivalya itself, and the path of Bhakti Yoga in which you bring mastery over the emotions to go to the very source from emotions arise, and finally to convert every action into a yoga. Is it ever possible? Sitting, standing, eating, excreting, urinating, everything can be yoga? Yes, says Krishna Bhagavan. Always I quote that wonderful shloka from Bhagavad Gita. Pashyan shunvan spushan dighran ashnan gachan swapan shosan pralapan visrujan grunhan unmishan nimishan api indriyan indriyartheshu vartantayati dharayan. How it has to be done? It is yogastaha kuru karmani. Attuned to the self, do all activities, it becomes yoga. And that is the holistic vision given to us by our ancient masters, and we have to live that life of bliss, knowledge, power and freedom. And that is the way ahead for us. For that, in this conference, we see how yoga can be used to bring rehabilitation. Those people who have already got into the challenges of modern life, can we bring them back to normalcy? Those people who are entering into this field of sports and many other dimensions which are challenging, can we prevent such calamities, prevent diseases and promote positive health? That was the topic, and I am so delighted that the experts gave their vision so beautifully, bringing the holistic vision of integrative medicine in this conference, and it is such a joy and happiness for all of us to learn how yoga is spreading all over the world. And in this conference, therefore, place our gratitude, place on record the contributions of all the speakers who have shared their knowledge and brought new vision to our brilliant students who have come from all over the country. And this time we had the conference delegation got completely full even 3 months before. And I was so happy that know that all of our speakers also got their confirmation 4 months back itself. It's the first time that has happened, and it's a great thing that we saw in our 50th year celebration. And I congratulate therefore for all the students and the speakers for having done this to make this conference a new success. And today we are really very delighted to have our very dear Mahesh Kumar Reddy ji to be with us in spite of his very busy schedule in Delhi. He flew all the way from there here, particularly for this purpose, and has been with us, and is one of the top leaders to bring about this dimension to greater and greater personality. And also to our very dear Pratima ji and also Gangadhar, who are heralding this integrative medicine through NIMHANS, the topmost institute in the world, National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, an institute of national importance, in which Dr. Gangadhar and they started a center for integrative medicine, bringing Ayurveda to forefront and yoga to the forefront along with that thing, bringing equal status. I was so thrilled to know when Dr. Gangadhar proposed that the Ayurveda doctors should be treated equally with the MBBS doctors. And this could have never happened because in the entire government system, Ayurveda is always here and MBBS is here. And thanks to him, he was able to bring the same pay scale for the Ayurveda people also in the Mahan compared to the MBBS. So it is such a breakthrough. Gangadhar, you have done this thing. We are so delighted that this can happen. And that brings Ayurveda, naturopathy, all these things to forefront to the greater height. And as a National Institute, Dr. Pratima has told, and Gangadhar has come forward, that we have to take up national challenges to be facing. Today we are facing with drug menace, and Punjab is growing exponentially in drug culture, and Haryana is challenging. Yes, we are no less. And what you talk about Kerala, all increasing. It will ruin our youngsters. Therefore, we have taken up the project of an MBA proposed by Ministry of Justice and Empowerment, Nasha Mukta Bharat Abhiyan. Can we bring a Nasha Mukta Bharat, just like Singapore had done, just like many of the Islamic countries have done, and many others? India has its own challenge, and we have to face this thing. For that, she has told us, we will all work together to bring this a possibility. This morning, our director from AICT, Sitaramji, came to say that, yes, we are also with you, and UGC also has come forward. All of us come together to see that India's campus has become completely Nasha Mukta, drug-free. So here we have got all university campuses, and you have come from BNY's campuses. I want that all of you should work to see that your campuses should be completely drug-free. And this can happen when you use yoga and naturopathy and holistic medicine to get that power and mind power to say no to the drugs. And also I must say that we prevent the drug menace shaping up in the whole country. This is the biggest challenge. Probably it is bigger than even all NCDs that are also spreading in high things. Therefore, this year and probably next year, we all work together to see that we make India a drug-free campus, and I am sure our NAC director also will lead in this direction to see that you make this one of the things for your NAC accreditation. Campus should be drug-free. We should bring about this thing. And already I have requested our Amrit Suryananji to spread this message in the whole of Europe. And there are many countries which are drug-free, but with his tremendous growth of large number of yoga teachers that he has created in Europe, we should be able to bring this message. And he has also suggested that we should have June 21st, the International Day of Yoga, as a holiday, and we will promote this thing from our university, and we will do our best to see that it happens at the world spectrum as well. So on this note, I place on record contributions of all the speakers, volunteers, and the delegates who have come from all over the world, from nearly 27 countries, and to all the dignitaries who shared their wisdom on this particular day. Dhanyavad, namaskar.
Thank you so much, Guruji. On behalf of the delegate population here, we offer our pranams and gratitude for creating such a huge platform for all of us. Thank you so much, Guruji. Now we move on to the zone of felicitation. A conference can be planned brilliantly, organized, delegates present, and in fact there are fuel to move forward. In this regard, our management feels it apt to felicitate few of the colleges who had encouraged bulk registration, having huge participation. So it is our pride, a moment of pleasure to invite the faculty member to represent those colleges and receive the memento from our Honorable President, our Guruji. I now invite SDM College of Naturopathy and Yogic Sciences, Ujjain, Karnataka, with the participation of 109 students. I request Faculty Dr. Geeta Shri to please come and receive the memento. Chengalpattu, Tamil Nadu, with 100 registrations. I request Dr. A. Gayatri. And Naturopathy Medical Science. Next, I call upon Nanda Naturopathy and Yoga Medical College and Hospital, Erode, Tamil Nadu. Faculty. Sharada Yoga and Naturopathy Medical College, Mangalore, with over 51 registrations, Dr. Anu. Dr. S. Babani. Yoga Tamil Nadu 64, but they had actually left the campus. Huge registrations. I congratulate INCOFYRA on a total all of these colleges are naturopathy and yogic sciences colleges. A big round of applause from delegates and from our sides. Our guests who made this day for us, we would felicitate Sri Mahesh Kumar Reddy, Chairman, AMR. Kannapiran. I think he's used of rather than receiving it from us. So nice of you, so kind of you, sir. So we would have Professor Ganeshan Kannapiran felicitating our big round of applause, audience. Let's felicitate Dr. B.N. Gangadhar. Birthday boy, Professor Sadbir Singh Khalsa. Every noble endeavor. So we're moving on to the concluding ceremony after the group photo. S-VYASA to propose the vote of thanks.
My honor
honor and privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this valedictory function. Respected President of S-VYASA Society, distinguished dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, eminent scholars, researchers and speakers, esteemed international and national delegates, faculty members, students, organizers and dear participants. On behalf of S-VYASA University, it's my honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks at the valedictory function of the 26th INCOFYRA. At the outset, I express my deepest sense of gratitude to our Honorable President, Dr. H.R. Nagendra, S-VYASA Society for his visionary presidential address, inspirational leadership, and unwavering commitment to the global integration of yoga with science, education, and healthcare. His guidance continues to be guiding force behind S-VYASA academic excellence and international outreach. I extend my sincere thanks to Sri B.N. Gangadhar Sir, Professor Emeritus, former Director NIMHANS, for his distinguished presence and enlightening address. His lifelong contribution to integrative medicine and mental health have greatly inspired and deliberations of this conference. My sincere gratitude to our eminent speaker, Professor Ganesh Kannaviran, Director NAC, Dr. Pratima Moti, Director NIMHANS, and Professor Satbir Khalsa, Harvard Medical School, USA, for his insightful address and for strengthening the discourse on evidence-based yoga research and integrative health. I gratefully acknowledge Sri A. Mahesh Kumar Reddy, the Chairman and Managing Director, AMR Group, India, for his gracious presence and encouragement. Our sincere thanks to Sri Satish Gupta, Vice President, S-VYASA University, and Mr. Irkin Beg, Geneva, for their valuable video message highlighting the global reach of S-VYASA and the World Meditation League. I also extend my appreciation to Mr. Digant Ranjan Das, ICCS Boston, for his thoughtful address, and to Sri Amrit Suryananda Maharaj and the Pashupati team for the graceful yoga flow, which added a unique experiential dimensions to the valedictory session. Thank you. I place on record our heartful appreciation and the commitment and guidance in which this INCOFYRA 20
Students, please stay back.
25 has been successfully completed. Our Honorable VC Sir, Honorable Pro VC Sir, Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Pro Chancellor, the Vice President of the S-VYASA Society, Professor Ramchandra G. Bhatt, and the Director VMAC VTR for their exemplary academic leadership and guidance and constant encouragement, which have been instrumental in the successful conduct of INCOFYRA 2025. I also extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Dayanand Swami, the Finance Director, Dr. Nagratna, Dr. Vasudev Vaidya, and all the other faculty members. My sincere thanks to Professor Ramesh M.N., Director Anveshna, and Dr. Vijaya Majmudar and his team for presenting a comprehensive INCOFYRA 2025 report, coordinating the scientific program and recognizing excellence through the prize announcements. My heartfelt thanks to all the international researchers, presenters, reviewers, faculty members, students, volunteers, and members of organizing and the scientific committee whose enthusiastic participation and scholarly contribution made this conference a resounding success. I also acknowledge the dedicated effort of the administrative staff, technical team, and all those who have worked tirelessly behind the scene to ensure the smooth and successful conduct of this event. As we conclude in 2025, may the idea exchange, collaborations formed, and insight gained during this session continue to inspire future research and global cooperation in yoga and integrative health science. With these words, I thank you once again, one and all, again for their kind presence, support, and valuable contribution. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. As Swami Vivekananda reminded us, the world is in need of those who live what we teach, and let's be that. Thank you, dear all. S-VYASA wishes all of you a very happy, healthy, and prosperous New Year, safe journeys, and continued inspiration. Stay tuned for 27th INCOFYRA. Let's raise for the national anthem. Students, please stay back for a quick interaction with our Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. N.K. Manjunath. Don't miss it. We definitely missed it during our student days. It's a quick interaction. I request all the committee members, faculty members to stay for a group photo on the stage. Thank you all.